Hello, audience. I hope you guys are doing great. Please just confirm if we are completely online and we are properly audible and visible to you. Confirmation of this of the live stream, please, in the chats. I'm waiting. Hello, people. We have come up with a very enriching session today, so don't worry. You guys are going to be taking a very well knowledge packed this session home. Okay. In the chats, can you please acknowledge that if we are completely live? Okay, very good evening. Very good evening. Fine. So let's begin. Again, welcome everybody. Welcome to Geeks for Geeks. I am Devashish Khare, Associate Mentor here at Geeks for Geeks. And let's discuss about what we are doing here. Well, this is the Geek-O-Lympics month going on. And this in this month, in this whole July, we are continuously coming up with new courses, with new opportunities, with new quizzes, and a lot of giveaways and prizes for you guys. So make sure you guys check it. We are already halfway through. It's 15th, so we have been doing it, and we are going to be doing it for 15 days more. Be associated with us, and please take all the things possible that we are giving here. Try to utilize it to the fullest, and having the same goal in mind. This session is going to be having a very deep discussion, and the session will be comprising of a topic which is sometimes less discussed but have really great scope and opportunities. And this session we'll be deeply discussing about software development and test. We here at GFG always believe that we have to serve you very valuable content, and we always tend to make content and courses which can get you rightly equipped with implementable knowledge. With the same intent, we are now coming up with our SDET course, and today we'll be discussing it in deep with none other than the instructor himself, Nitesh Jain. He is a 15 plus years experienced professional in the software industry, currently working as a quality assurance lead in Watermark. He has significant experience in manual testing, automated testing, quality assurance, test management, and the similar fields. And he is highly skilled in testing automation frameworks like Selenium, TestNG, Cucumber, and many more. And believe me, there could be no better person to present this course to you than him. Let's welcome Nitesh. Nitesh, are you there? Okay, so please take on the dais. Nitesh is here, everybody. Nitesh, the audience is here. You can say hi to him.
Hey, hello everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining this session. I'm very excited. I got to know 2 weeks back that we are going to do this kind of session. Right? It will be very beneficial to all of you. And as Devashish rightly said that there are a lot of opportunities, and testing is one field where opportunities were always there and it will always be there, right? As long as this development and software business is going on, right, will go on. Testing will always be there, right? So our topic is around that part only today, and we'll talk about a lot of things about um, how a fresh engineers are the person who want to work on the testing side, right? Or who want to learn automation, how they should prepare themselves also, right? So we'll talk about a lot of things related to that part. Yeah, yeah. And in between,
Uh,
you can post questions also in the chat window. I'll
Correct.
see that, and if I'll able
So
to click those, I'll take it. Yeah.
right. So, audience, please be interactive. Nitesh is a person who can tell you a lot about software testing. So, if you want to know about the field, or if you already have some idea and want to get some questions answered, he is the person for that. Make sure you guys are very interactive in the chats. Put on your questions. He'll be taking the questions from the chats. This session is going to be interactive, and it is up to you guys how much you are going to take away from it. Nitesh will be continuing it. He has a lot to tell about testing, and we'll be continuing just further. Okay, so Nitesh, on to
Uh,
you.
yeah, I'll present my screen first and I'll share the whole screen. Let me do it right now and let me know once you are able to see that.
Fine.
Okay, so you guys are able to see one presentation.
Just a second. Okay, so guys, please confirm in the chats that the presentation is visible to you. Hello, everyone. Okay, so we have people from Kashmir, from Pakistan, from everywhere joining us in the chats. I hope it is
Great,
going to be a valuable session to you guys. Yes, all right. Thanks for confirming, Raj. We are good to go, Nitesh. Let's continue.
great. Thank you. So let's start with this. And today's topic is like very interesting: how to get software testing job. Um, Most of us, if we are working on software field, right? Whether you are, um, let's say, a professional working as a developer or test engineer, right? Finding the job strategy is, you know, more or less same, right? But especially on the testing field, you have to, um, you know, keep yourself updated about how testing field is changing slowly, right? So we'll talk about all those things today. I'm taking the help of a small PPT which I have prepared, but more we will discuss at the end or in between. That will be more fruitful. Okay. So I am your guide, trainer, and mentor. Let's say I have around 15 plus years into software industry experience, around 7 plus into mentoring and training, guiding freshers and the professionals, experienced people. Right now, it's like more than into automation side. 10 plus year into automation use. I've used different tools, including Selenium, and I've trained more than 2,000 students till now. My approach is more of in practical side, so that whenever you are doing something, learn it through practical. When you want to automate something, whatever you are doing manually, you have to understand each and everything how you can automate it. It's like this. Fine. So that's about me. Uh, let's understand that testing is a very uh, responsible job. Okay, so if you're working in testing, then understand the project end to end. Okay? So even if you are in your academic, right, and you are doing some kind of project, okay, so understand your project as end-to-end thing. Don't just focus on a particular module. Okay, so I'm talking in both the sense. If you're a fresher, you are already in your third year or fourth year in engineering, BCA, MCO, or anything, or if you are already working as a test engineer, right? Focus on end-to-end thing. Understand your own project, how it works, where are the places where you can test anything. Okay, practice will make you perfect. More you will do practice on testing side, more scenarios you will create, you will understand your project, your domain better. Okay, so this topic we are talking about because this will help you on finding your job also, right? Your skill is, the more skills you have, the more learnings you have, it's directly proportional to how soon you can get any job. Okay, so interpersonal skill, soft skill, that is also equally important. Okay? Learn different tools. um, if you already know let's say if you know a particular tool, you are good in that, then learn another tool also, right? So that you will be able to compare those things. You will be able to understand which is better, right? And you will develop an interest where you want to work. Okay. Last point, job search is a journey. Okay, don't take it like, okay, job search is just one of my goal where I'll get the job and everything will be set, right? This is like very fragile world, right? So we have to be ready for different challenges, right? So job search is a journey which teaches you a lot of things, right? So I'll talk about how you can learn from different interview process, different interview questions also. Experience and expertise are two different things. There is a spelling mistake here, but let's understand experience and expertise are two different things. Okay, don't mix it. So what I'm saying is it's possible that a person is very much experienced but not an expert, right? Or vice versa, maybe you are expert in something but you don't have the experience, right? So both are different things, right? And the ideal way, the best way is if it will go, in parallel. You are gaining the experience also and you are becoming an expert also in testing field, let's say. Okay? So there are 3 points here. um, Build your expertise, make the good network, and there are good traits about a good uh, QA person or the test professional. We'll talk about one by one. I'm taking it, and if you have any question about it, let me know. Okay, so build your expertise, understand the QA process, and this is applicable to all of us. It's not just for the freshers or not just for the experienced people. Even for the experienced people, understand the QA process. So when we say QA, it's quality assurance process. Understand it. Don't just stick to your module which you are testing, right? Understand as a whole what you're doing, how it is linked to another department, how it is linked to user acceptance testing, how some part of smoke testing is done into the production, how you can help to them on the production part, right? Or how you can help on deployment side, how you can understand what is the overall project infrastructure you have, right? Understand the whole process, right? Learn about testing and different techniques. So this is, I'm talking about building your expertise, right? Third point is learn automation. That is must nowadays, right? Because most of the companies, I would say more than 95% of the companies have moved to agile development, different methodologies, random application development, rapid application development, where they want to develop something within 15 days, some valuable things within 15 or 30 days, right? That we call sprint, right? If you're following Scrum and all those things, right? So in that case, there is an obvious demand of doing your test automation. So learn those things and learn API testing, how UI test automation can be done, how performance testing can be done, how security testing is involved, how you can do accessibility testing. This I'm saying because irrespective of what you are doing as of now, irrespective of whether your company is giving you this kind of assignment or not, we should learn it. As a test engineer, if you want to become a complete test engineer or a good, professional on testing part, you should learn automation and one by one learn it. It's like this. Okay, make a good network. Nowadays if you're searching job, right, make a good network on LinkedIn. It will be very beneficial for you, and learn from others also. Whenever you find any experienced person who can help you in different ways, talk with them and learn from them what kind of mistake they have done, how 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 they did the job search, right? You will learn from them also. Good traits about a QA person, right? So don't assume, clarify if you are in doubt. So I'm talking about how you are taking any feature to test, a module to test, right? So don't directly jump to writing the test cases. Right? The problem is, um, sometimes, we as a test engineer, we are very much focused on what we want to test, right? A particular module, we have to develop this, we have to deliver this, right? But in that course, don't assume that this will work in this way, so I'll write the test case in a particular way, right? So it's better you clarify it. If you have doubt, clarify it, right? Be detail oriented, right? So more you ask the queries, better you will understand the requirement and the overall system. Okay? Come out of the comfort zone, challenge yourself. If you want to learn something, you have to come out of particular comfort zone and challenge yourself. Okay, come what may, I'll try to learn these things. It's like this, right? Once you learn it, then it will become easy. you know at a very early stage, let's say if you are learning database concept, right? You may feel, no, it's very difficult. Every time I have to open database and then firing some queries and checking it, right? But once you are into this, once you learn it properly, it will become easier for you. Learn from your business analyst, your subject matter experts, your product owner. Talk with them. They are the people who will help you on understanding about your project. Become a team player. Be a team player always. Even if you'll become a lead, right? Be a team player. Okay, or the manager. Be a team player. Now we are coming to the the main topic where we are right now. The thing is, um, I have segregated it into this three part, right? But it will be applicable for 8+ year professional also. The thing is, what one should do as per the experience level, right? Ideal way. If you are like, say, let's say fresher and till 1 year experience, learn about the testing more, right? Different type of testing, how it works, how security testing works, how accessibility testing works, right? Why I'm saying this? Because once you gradually become more experienced, you will develop an interest in a particular thing, right? So for example, for me, it's like, initial days I was doing different kind of testing. Let's say testing on a COBOL kind of screen or some web applications, right? Doing some other accessibility check. But then slowly I developed an interest on a particular thing. Let's say on the API test automation side, right? So you learn it. So you have to explore a lot of things when you are, let's say, 0 to 1 year or 0 to 2 year, right? Learn how to communicate with the right person at the right time, right? There are interconnected teams. There are your US or UK counterpart, right? Learn how to talk with them, how to get something clarified from them, right? It's very important in initial years. When you are 1 to 4 years, focus more on your analytical capability. So when I'm saying focusing on the analytical capability, it's like derive more scenarios. How we can test our application in different ways, right? That analytical capability, how your module can affect another module, those things, understand it. This will help you in your job search, because this will reflect whenever you will be there in a particular, let's say, interview, right? These things will reflect when you talk with your interviewer. Okay. Find your interest, become the expert. So in during this year, find your interest. What is more interesting to you? What is more attractive to you, right? Become the expert on that part, because once you become the expert, you will use your expertise in your coming years, maybe throughout your career, right? So this is the best time where we have a very, curious mind, very fresh mind to learn anything. So and very energy, yeah, because during these years, we are full of energy that we want to learn something. So use that energy to learn and become an expert on that field. 4 to 8 years, you develop your leadership skill, take more ownership, you help your juniors build up, different kind of framework. So when I'm saying framework, it's not just test automation framework, it's like framework how you're working, framework about your QA process, right? How the deployment may happen, how your different, you know testing strategy should work, how you want to do your smoke testing, your regression, right? Because you have become an experienced person or the senior person, so you will have a say on your process, right? You can talk with your leaders, managers to improve the process, right? So those are the years where you can talk about these things. It's like this. Okay. But let's talk about the job part now. So getting the job is not tricky thing. Generally people say it's very tricky to get the job and all, right? But the thing is, getting the job is not a tricky thing. Okay. um it's like, it's all about finding the right candidate, right? What organization want, you have to understand. um Different, software companies, right? What they want, you have to analyze it, that what kind of candidate they are looking for, right? So you have to understand that uh, it's all about how you are, searching job, right? You have to reach out to the right people at the right time. Company will not come to you. So uh, gone are the days when, you apply uh, your, job application through different kind of, you know websites, right? You put your resume there and the company will call you, right? It's not working these days. It's like you have to reach out the right people, maybe the HR, or maybe to the senior people there, or the leaders, or the CEO, or the directors. And nowadays it's now easier to connect with them. You can find them on LinkedIn or some other platform. You can reach out to them, especially to the HR. You can reach out, right? So somebody's saying that after 4 years, you want people to have leadership skill. So yes, why not? The thing is, see, leadership skill you can develop even from the first year. But what I'm saying is, during your 4 to 8 years, right? This is the time where you develop this kind of skills more, because you are at a level where you have a lot of other things to do, right? You have more ownership on different things, right? So you will develop the leadership skill. It will be better, because you will be becoming a leader, right? It happens automatically. It happens automatically also. And but everyone will not get a leader kind of job, right? But that doesn't mean you should not develop the leadership skill. Okay. I'm repeating it. um, you are working as a test engineer, let's say, right? And you have to develop leadership skills, right? But that doesn't mean that everyone will become QA lead or test lead, that kind of responsibility, right? But leadership skill is good, because once you have those kind of skills, your company will rely on you more. right? Even if your title is, let's say, QA engineer or senior QA engineer, but still, if you have leadership skill, you can grow more. It's like this. Okay. Learn from each interview. So whenever you are going through one interview process, note down, note down what has happened, what kind of question they asked, what should be the real answer. If you have not given the right answer, understand about it. Prepare yourself the cross questions, right? It's like this. Fine. And then uh, apply if your profile is matching more than 60%. So what I'm saying here is, don't apply uh, to the random companies or for the random requirements where your profile is not a good match. Okay, so understand how the job description is, what are their requirements. If you think that more than 50% or 60% I can do the same thing whatever is mentioned in the job description, then apply it. It's like this, right? Then there will be a fair chance that they will call you. Okay. Now, to do's. So your resume is your first impression, so prepare your resume in a good way. Okay, so this particular session is not about preparing your resume. You can find different blogs in Geeks itself, Geeks for Geeks itself. There are blogs related to how to prepare your resume and all, right? I may give a particular example, right? um, Learn in practical way. This theoretical thing generally doesn't work, right? So we in academic, what we do is we learn the theory more and we do less practical, right? But in real life, in real project, when you're presenting yourself in an interview, right? So you have to showcase your practical skills, right? So learn the things in practical way, whatever you are learning. Even when you're writing a test case, let's say for the fresh engineers, I'm saying, when you are writing your test cases, right? Write it and execute it step by step, and understand that whether you're writing correct steps or not. Is there any changes required? Get the test cases reviewed by any of your friend and ask them whether they can review it. Check step by step what mistakes you are doing, right? So in that sense, learn the things in practical way, and then when you're executing it, actually execute on an application. It's like this. Don't underestimate programming plus SQL. Okay, so when you're preparing for testing related jobs, um, don't underestimate programming part in SQL, because interviewer can ask you this thing. Interviewer can ask you about programming structure, about how simple programs relate to searching techniques, sorting techniques, or object oriented concepts, how it works. They can give you some assignment. Right? Nowadays it's happening like this. First or second round is generally related to programming and technical knowledge check. Database is one such part where you can actually impress anyone, right? So the thing is, sometimes it happens that you may be not good on the testing side. It may happen, right? But if you're good in database side, right, you can impress anyone, because database is the real thing from where all the things are coming to the user interface, right? Backend side, right? If you're good on the query, right, you can impress everyone. Sometimes it happens, there are 10 questions. Let's assume you are in an interview, there are 10 questions, and you are able to give, let's say, 7 answers on average. Okay, you are able to give 7 answers, and you are giving good answers. Let's say some of the answer were not to the mark. Let's say 1 or 2 questions, right? So they may hire you, they may not hire you. But let's say there are two database questions, right? Two questions related to database or API testing, right? If you will give proper answer to that, right? If you're able to write correct query, you will be able to not just give the answer, explain it, how the query will work, right? Interviewer will get impressed. It happens, right? Be honest and natural in interview, right? So when you are giving answer, you know, don't give, you know, false answers. When I say false answer, it's like, um, don't give, you know, the data which is not true. It's like this, right? Be honest on that part. uh, be natural in your interview. When I say natural, it's like how we are talking, right? As of now. So if somebody is asking you something, give it in a natural way. Don't give, you know, mugged up answer that what you want to achieve in 5 years, right? So generally what people does is this, they look into the websites and they mugged up that, okay, this is the 50 interview questions which I have to mugged up and I'll throw the same answer, right? So generally interviewable viewers are, or the panel is experienced, right? They understand when you are giving some mugged up answers. Okay, it's like this. That's it for today. I'm checking if I have any question here. Um, somebody has asked that about SDET course, right? So yeah, that we can go through now. So I'm showing you that we are going to start one course which will be very helpful. Anyone who want to move to testing, or an experienced person who is working in manual testing, let's say, and if they want to switch to the automation side, it's like this. And moreover, it's good to learn a programming language and any automation tool nowadays, right? So it's a must do thing, right? So how we are going to do is like, um, there will be a 10-week program which will start in August first week. Um, we will cover a lot of things during that time. We'll cover core Java part, we'll cover Selenium automation, Cucumber, BDD framework, we will cover CI techniques using Jenkins and GitHub. It will be all live classes. There will be assessment also. We'll track your process, how you are doing. There will be class notes for every week, and then there will be career guidance, because you know, once you complete it, there will be guidance required about what next, how you can become a better test automation engineer, how you can become test architect and all. Okay, so how it will go, it will be like, I'm showing you the course content as of now. So it is very well structured through a lot of brainstorming about how how you know, a good test automation course should go on, right? How a person who is enrolling to this course, they will learn this step by step, right from scratch, from zero, to prepare yourself for, you know, the programming side. Understand first what is software testing at all, what is the role of, you know, automation, how you can learn Java, right? Or any programming language. For this particular course, we have included Java part, right? Very basic thing we will start. We'll try to overcome, you know, your fear of programming first, right? If you have. We will talk about fundamentals, conditional statement, arrays, loops in Java. Then on week two, we'll talk more about object-oriented programming. And all these things we will be doing practical. Our focus will be more on doing practical side, and it will go like, you know, that who, you know, let's say if I'm giving this training, it's like I'm sitting with you. It will be like this. So we will give you good amount of time to practice at your system also at the live session. Okay. Um, there will be inheritance and other object-oriented concepts about exception handling also. Then on week 3, we'll start about Selenium. So there we will learn about writing your first program on Selenium automation, page elements, locator techniques. We'll learn about TestNG framework, weight mechanism. On week 4, we will talk about some advanced concept related to pop-up handling, how you can debug your program, how to troubleshoot it. It's like this. Then we will, have uh, a good framework will be based on, let's say, page object model plus a Maven build life cycle. We'll understand how it works, and then we will understand about how to generate the reports. There are reporting mechanism. We'll talk about parallel and multi-browser execution, how it works. We'll understand about data-driven testing. On week 7, we'll start Cucumber part. Right. So if you want to understand what is Cucumber and all, there are, previous session we did. There we have already talked about what is Cucumber, what is BDD. Right. So you can go through that. Uh, we will be on week 8, where we will learn about integration, continuous integration techniques. We'll talk about Git commands. We will set up one Jenkins server, and we will try to execute the whole test automation, through Jenkins. It's like this. Um, we will then configure Jenkins job um, to automate the whole process. So with minimum human intervention, your automation will be executed. Your automated test cases will be executed. We will try to run your test cases on cloud. We will probably use Source Lab or Browser Stack, one of them, to integrate your test cases with those. Um, at week 10, we will review. We'll talk about best practices. We will talk about your career opportunities, right? Uh, what should be your next step when you have learned all these things, how you can present yourself as a test automation engineer, those things. You have, detailed syllabus. You can check it from this website that will be presented in description or somewhere in the chat window as well, right? So that's it for today. I'm checking if we have any question here. Um, what is the impact of recession in software field? Somebody is asking. Okay, so the answer is we don't know whether actually recession is there or not, right? It's like this. First of all, right? Because there is no declared recession till now, right? So it's better that don't assume that there is a recession going on, right? It's always there in an year. There will be some period where companies will hire aggressively. There will be some period where company will slow down the hiring. It's like this, okay, and it's very natural. So as of now, I can say, as of now, um, not much impact on the software industry side. There are still openings, right, in different domains, in different kind of product based companies or service based companies. Okay, fine. Is Jenkins important for freshers? Somebody is asking. Yes. So don't take it like only the experienced people should know about the Jenkins, right? Don't restrict yourself on that part. um, it's important. Once it's a gradually you learn things. If you already know how git command works, right? You know how your project setup is, test automation suite, how you have made, right? It's better to learn about Jenkins then, and it won't take much time. Generally we think that these are the bigger things, it's very difficult to learn. It's not like that. it's not like that. Once you learn it, you'll feel that it's easy. It's easy. It's not that much difficult how we think. Okay. Fine, guys. I'm checking if we still have some question. You can shoot it on live chat. Fine. I think we are done. I can stop my sharing. Just a minute. Hold on. Yes. So I'll ask coordinator if we have Jay or Devashish here, they can take over from here.